question has to do with some good interest, I think, in our room this evening, and it has to do with the comprehensive immigration reform and the DREAM Act, and your views on those two issues. Starting with Susan, thank you.
Definitely from talking to farmers throughout our region, the issue of comprehensive immigration reform is incredibly important. And I can tell you people are very, very frustrated in particular because this is an issue for a long time. Congress hasn't moved. We've seen states try to take this issue in their own hands and put policies in place. And this needs to be federal legislation. We need to have one decision. We need comprehensive immigration reform, and I think that does mean including an earned path to citizenship, making sure we pass the DREAM Act so that kids who have been in this country, this is the country they know and have gone to school here, have an opportunity right here in the United States. But it also means that we have to be smart about avoiding enforcement-only policies like E-Verify, which every farmer I've met with throughout this region is against, because it doesn't work. And so if we're going to put policy in place that makes sure that we have a strong workforce in our region, that also allows workers to come and work in our country and go back home, that makes sure that we treat people with respect and dignity. We don't have second-class citizens. That's the type of bill that we need to get through and the type of reform that we need. And this is urgent because right here we know that we don't have a workforce to pick all of our crop. We don't have a stable workforce available. And so this isn't something that can wait. This is something we need to focus on now. It's important to our economy. It's important to make sure that we treat citizens with respect and we treat people who are here working in our country with respect, and something that has to be a priority in Congress.
John?
Well, I'd like to start by saying we're a nation of laws. We either believe in rule of law or we do not. I am not opposed to people immigrating in this country legally. We have always been a country that's had our arms wide open to people who want to come to this country legally. And we should continue to do that. The DREAM Act, do I disagree with the DREAM Act? I disagree with the way that the President decided to just implement the DREAM Act. You said you need legislation. You're right, you need legislation. Congress should be included in this discussion. But we need a path to citizenship. For those people that are here illegally, go back and come through a system. We can surely develop. If we can track cattle with chips, we can certainly provide a way for citizens to go through a process to get legal in this country. We talk about E-Verify for one of the biggest problems for farmers. If you understand farming, they're going to have 20 workers in the field today. They're going to have 20 tomorrow too, but they may not be the same 20. So the question is, how do you verify that? How do you do that simply? Well, you know what? Technology, imagine that, technology. Why can't we use QR codes on the back of an identification card? And every farm, just about everybody carries one of those phones. You put an app with a QR code, and I know instantly whether that person's here legally or not. I know who they are. We can solve these problems if we choose to. But frankly, we haven't chose to deal with this issue in this country. They're tough discussions, but it's again one of those things we need to sit down and have a discussion about and solve the problem. We can do that. Again, I'm going to finish where I started. We're a nation of laws. We either believe in rule of law or we do not. And if we don't, then we've got a problem. Let's figure out a path to citizenship for people. We can do this.